Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you all to the grand final of the 10th Intergovernment Secondary School English Debating Competition. I am Hong Kai Vicky from Queen Elizabeth School.
Hello everyone, I am Seal Blythe. We are the MCs for today's competition. Vicky, could you please tell our audience about this competition?
The 10th Intergovernment Secondary School English Debating Competition is jointly organized by Kowloon Technical School, the coordinator, Ho Man Tin Government Secondary School, King's College, Long Chuan Government Secondary School, Queen Elizabeth School, Shao Kei Wan Government Secondary School, and Sir Elise Kadori Secondary School, West Kowloon. Blythe, please elaborate on the aims of these competitions.
Of course. This competition aims to foster friendship among students of government secondary schools, provide students of government secondary schools with a platform to sharpen their English debating skills. It also aims to improve students' organization, analytical and debating skills, as well as raise their interest in social affairs, enhance their liberal knowledge and language skills, and enrich their extracurricular experience.
To encourage more government schools with students of different English proficiency to participate in the captions competition, we have two streams. Stream A, competitions for schools using English as the medium of instructions for all classes and subjects. And Stream B, competition for schools using English as the medium of instruction for some classes and subjects.
This year, we were very happy to have a record high number of applications. We received 13 applications for Stream A and 7 applications for Stream B. On behalf of the organizing committee, we would like to thank you for your participation.
Same as last year, all the competitions were held on Saturday, so that each competition could be judged by 3 adjudicators. Here, on behalf of the organizing committee, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to all the adjudicators, teachers, and the debaters who could spend their Saturday morning for the debating competitions. Thank you.
The preliminary round was successfully held on the 9th of March, quarterfinals on the 11th of May, semifinals on the 25th of May respectively, and today it's the grand finals of the competition.
We will have 2 matches today. Firstly, we will have the grand final competition of Stream B between Kowloon Technical School and Tin Shui Wai Government Secondary School. Then, we will have the grand final competition of Stream A, Tuen Mun Government Secondary School and New Territory, Hearn Yi Kuk Yuen Long District Secondary School will fight for the championship.
Vicky, it sounds so exciting.
Yes, today we are honored to have our chief adjudicator, Ms. Leung, principal of Queen's College. Mr. Chen, retired principal, who has great contribution to this debate competition over the past 9 years. Mr. Lee, retired principal, who win in this 10-year event. Mr. Chen, Senior Curriculum Development Officer. Mr. Cooley, Regional Lab Coordinator. Shall we give our adjudicator a big round of applause for their valuable presence?
So now, may I pass the time to the chairperson of today's competition. Good luck to all competing teams.
Good afternoon, educators, principals, teachers, and students. Welcome to the 10th Intergovernment Secondary Schools English Debating Competition. I am Jimmy Lee from Longcheng Government Secondary School and your chairperson for this competition. Before we start the competition, I must remind the two competing teams of all the details. Each speaker will have 2 minutes and 30 seconds for the speech. Each team member will be allowed a grace period of 15 seconds. After the bell rings 5 times, 5 points will be deducted from the team's score and the speaker must return to his or her seat. After the individual speeches, there will be a floor question section followed by a free debate session. Then the teams will have 1 minute preparation time for the captain's summary. The time limit for the summary is 3 minutes. Each speaker will be allowed a grace period of 15 seconds. After the bell rings 5 times, 5 points will be deducted from the team's score and the speaker must return to his or her seat. All debaters must follow the preset order in delivering speeches, or no marks will be given to the debater in the designated section. Our timekeepers for today are my schoolmates from Longcheng Government Secondary School, Oscar and Kit. They will keep track of the time spent by each debater, and you will hear a bell once. 30 seconds before the time limit. When the time is up, you will hear the bell ring twice. Once the 15-second grace period is over, you will hear the bell ring 5 times. The speaker should end the speech. Please note that there will be a 30-second pause between speeches for adjudicators scoring. Before we start the debating competitions, please switch off your mobile phone. Thank you for your cooperation. Will the debating team from Tin Shui Wai Government Secondary School and Kowloon Technical School take their seats on the stage? Today's motion is, people should receive compulsory parental education from having children. Tin Shui Wai Government Secondary School is the affirmative side. The captain is Harry Zhang. The first speaker is Jason Ma. The second speaker is Henry Chen. Kowloon Technical School is the opposition side. The captain is Wu Danming. The first speaker is Chan Yuting Yami. The second speaker is So Long Tin. I now call upon the captain of the affirmative team to open the debate.
Testing. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today's motion is that people should receive compulsory parental education before having children. We, the affirmative side, strongly support this motion. Let me take some time to define the motion. According to the Cambridge Dictionary, if something that is compulsory, you must do it because of a rule or a law. According to Gerald Mahoney, a professor of families and communities, parental education is a process of imparting appropriate knowledge and skills to parents to improve their parent-child relationship and, consequently, children's development. Under this motion, people should receive, by law, the knowledge and skills required for the betterment of children's development. That's why we firmly agree that today's motion must stand. because children acquire the abilities to become responsible, caring adults and citizens of their society to the people who most intensely involved with them. Parenting is the most important and challenging job any of us can have. Yet, it receives little support or recognition in our society. That's why we make it compulsory. There is very little formal training for this task, and parents are often isolated without adequate support networks, which can ultimately lead to bad parenting. According to the Social for the Positive Care of Children, bad parenting can cause a child to be prone to criminal behavior amongst other social issues. Why then is more not being done to ensure people are well equipped to face the most challenging job they will ever have? By providing compulsory parental education to prospective people, the government is fulfilling its social responsibility in making sure its citizens are equipped with the most appropriate knowledge and skills to nurture future generations. They are also trained to make responsible decisions and, as our team line states, protect children and better society. That's why our first speaker today is going to highlight the benefits of parental education and why it is crucial to the development and safety of future generations. As our second speaker, he's going to examine why it is necessary to make parental education compulsory and convince you that today's motion must stand. Thank you.
The debaters has used 2 minutes and 37 seconds. No points will be deducted. I now call upon the captain of the opposition's team to open their team's case.
We must make the choice between what is right and what is easy. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today our side affirmative has been giving us an apparently right and easy choice. However, we firmly reject their idea. Why? First, because they try to use one fee-for-all policy or curriculum to apply for different families who may have different needs. Secondly, they overlook the keyword compulsory. By making the parenting class compulsory, it means it's a part of government policy. And people will receive punishment from the government if they do not attend the class. Today, we will bring you 3 points. I'll talk about why the policy is wrong in principle and difficult in practice. My first speaker will talk about its harms. My second speaker will suggest some other better ways to help the parents and children. So why is compulsory parental education wrong in principle? Having babies or raising up children is a private matter. Individuals have their own rights to choose whether they need the government support. It is wrong for the government to force people to accept something that they may not want. Therefore, the government should respect the freedom of choice of different families. The second wrong message that our side affirmative telling us is that their proposal is easy to be implemented. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. If parental education is made compulsory, it means you should have formal curriculum with content that suit different people from different backgrounds. Moreover, the government needs to hire a large group of professionals like nurses, social workers, and teachers to run the program. Apart from all this, what will happen if the parents do not meet the program requirements before they give babies? Unless our side affirmative can provide more details of the program organization, their proposal is only words without action. Ladies and gentlemen, compulsory parental education is definitely wrong in principle and impossible in implementation. Therefore, today's motion must and cannot stand. Thank you.
Thank you. The debater has used 2 minutes and 29 seconds. No points will be deducted. The first speaker for the affirmative team will continue their team's case.
Our opposing team said that different family or different people have different situation, so we shouldn't make it compulsory. But I want you to think how compulsory education can work. And we think as soon as something is right and it has its need, we should make it and we should do it. Ladies and gentlemen, the benefits of compulsory parental education certainly outweigh the cost. I will outline why parental education is necessary. One of the obvious benefits of compulsory parental education is it ensures parents are provided with the basic knowledge and skills of parenting. But what are the consequences of no compulsory parental education? According to the Society for the Positive Care of Children, bad parenting makes a child more prone to criminal behavior. Other common effects of bad parenting include failure to thrive and poor growth and development both physically and mentally. Do we really want to be creating a generation of these people? Of course not. We need to make sure that people receive compulsory parental education to better our children's future. More critical than this is that compulsory parental education can ensure that the government has taken responsibility to safeguard its children. According to the Child Welfare Department, parental education reduces the risk of child abuse and neglect by encouraging positive parenting practice that promotes safety, well-being, and permanency for children and families, which ultimately, as our team line states, protects children and betters our society. Surely, the need to reduce the risk of child abuse and neglect is something we should seriously be considering. In Hong Kong, 237 child abuse cases were reported to the Social Welfare Department within 3 months in 2019. Abuse and neglect happens because parents are ill-equipped to care for that child. By providing people with compulsory parental education before becoming a parent, the government is meeting its social responsibility in protecting children. People can be equipped with the knowledge, skills, and support needed to raise a child and ensure harm does not come to that child. This is fundamentally why this motion must stand. Thank you.
Thank you. The debater has used 2 minutes and 32 seconds. No points will be deducted. The first speaker for the opposition team will continue their team's case.
Testing. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Formal parental education is a failure. Why? Our science affirmative has not yet addressed our captain's questions. First, whether the people can choose not to join if they don't have such a need. Second, what they propose is similar to what the government is doing now. Do you think it is waste of people's time and the investment of government resources into something without a careful planning? Our science affirmative mentioned that classes can help those parents who have potential problems. However, according to most parenting psychologists, good parenting is affected by their parents and culture. Therefore, their mindset cannot be changed by just attending these classes. Back to our point, what are the harms of this proposal? First, this policy is not effective because it cannot cater for the needs of different parents. Parenting is a personal matter. For example, some families may only need the basic information and community resources, but some people may have difficulty in having babies. If this program just focuses on how to be a good parent, they may find it useless and to attend this course. Only parents know which advice is best with them. Therefore, by forcing every parent to attend a 1-fit-for-all class, not only wasting their time, but also the resources of the government. The second harm is that this class lacks flexibility, which may bring more financial and psychological pressure to the parents. For those who come from low-income groups, some have to sacrifice their salary for attending this class. For those concerned parents, in fact, they can get the information from both internet or even parents' WhatsApp chat groups. However, even if they find the class not useful, they will be worried about the consequences if they don't meet the requirements of the program. Wanting to be a parent or being a parent is already a stressful thing in life. We should not add more burden to them. For the above reason, this motion must fall. Thank you.
Thank you. The debater has used 2 minutes and 27 seconds. No points will be deducted. The second speaker for the affirmative team will continue their team's case.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take some time to rebut what the opposition has argued. First, they said that parental education is a waste of time. But can we really say that something that is about something as important as our future generation and our children aren't important? And they pointed out that parenting is affected by culture, and some people have low income, but that means that they should take these classes even more, as if they have better parenting, then that could improve their social problems. Now back to our team's case. Today's motion is that people should receive compulsory parental education before having children. Let me tell you why the compulsory part of this motion is absolutely necessary. Our first speaker has already outlined the benefits of parental education, but why make it compulsory? Shouldn't people have the choice of whether or not they receive this education? Absolutely not. When it comes to something as crucial as raising our future generations, or the crux of society and society's development, the government has a social responsibility to ensure it has taken appropriate action to educate the people responsible for bringing up the next generation. Not only that, it also has a responsibility to make sure its children are safe. If you give people the choice, the majority won't take it, or those that do are less likely to be the ones that actually need it. It seems fair to assume that parents who are somehow socially excluded, willfully ignorant, or suffering some other acute difficulty in raising children would probably be less likely to take the active step of attending voluntary classes in the first place. A compulsory system is likely to offer far better outcomes across society. Compulsory parental education will not benefit only parents and children whose educational outcomes, health and life chances are likely to be much improved as a result. It would also safeguard children, as well as allowing governments to ensure the cohesion and prosperity of its future generations by raising the standard of parenting they receive. Thank you.
Thank you. The debater has used 2 minutes and 36 seconds. No points will be deducted.